Before we start, I'd like to make sure that everyone is signed in for the meeting in the back entrance of the room. If you've not, please do so. It must be on the record. I'm Bob Tanner. The other board members are Scott Calhoun and Charles Fott. I'd like to introduce the following members. We have Matthew Puzz, Zoning and Development Officer, Julie Maggio, Assistant Zoning and Development Officer, Jeremy Toman, Board Solicitor, and Tamara Doxey, Court Reporter. After the presentation by the appellant, the board will hear from those in question the appeal, those in favor, and those opposed. Any documents or evidence that's presented must be kept for a period of 60 days for our records. And after all the presentations are made, the board will recess. We'll then reconvene and make our decisions. The board has 45 days to render a decision, but they're usually made this evening. If you do not care to wait for the decision, you may call the zoning office tomorrow morning after 8:30 a.m. And now I ask that everyone please stand and be sworn in. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Please answer, I do. Okay, we only have one appeal on the agenda for tonight, number 25-04, KDP Lot 2 LLC, for property located at 5000 West Ridge Road, seeking a variance to install a second freestanding sign at this location in the MU2 mixed corridor mixed use district.
And one point for the record, I do have a conflict of interest. My law firm represents KDP Lot 2. So long as nobody has any objection, I will be present for the purposes of the hearing as well as the deliberations, but I will not participate in the deliberations and draft the adjudication so long as the applicant has no complaints or issues with that.
No issues with that. Good evening. My name is Greg Baldwin. Thank you all for coming tonight. I'm going to really try to keep this down to at least 45 minutes, half hour, 45 minutes. And for the benefit of my co-counsel, who's in New York City right now, Alex Baldwin, just so she realizes, we are the only people on the agenda tonight. So, that being said, the request for variance is obviously related to something you all have seen before. The Starbucks developer previously obtained a variance from the board because they had a similar situation. When they acquired this parcel, it was a consolidated piece, and the Wegmans, very, very small Wegmans sign is also on this parcel. So just so everyone knows, we have some pictures so you have a feel for it. Actually, pass them around. I only have one copy. Sorry, I meant to bring more copies than that. But the parcel initially was a consolidated piece. The Starbucks developer purchased Wegmans, came into the zoning hearing board, received a variance for a second pylon sign for Starbucks. At the time, they asked for a height variance as well as the variance for the second sign on the parcel, did not receive the height variance, which, by the way, we are not asking for a height variance at all. We're simply going to comply with all the current zoning regulations with respect to a pylon sign. But subsequent to their receipt of their variance for the second sign, they subdivided the parcel. We ended up owning a parcel with the Wegmans pylon sign on it, or ground sign, however you consider it. So we inherited a site with the Wegmans sign, subject to an easement for that sign. And so we're now here requesting a variance from, I believe it's whatever the code section is, 14580. Am I right, Matt?
84C.
Yeah, 14584C, thank you. To install a pylon sign for our particular user on the site, who we're unfortunately not able to disclose at this particular moment. However, as you can see from the pictures, our sign will be basically in compliance with the zoning ordinance, but two, look much like the Starbucks sign that exists now and the PNC sign as well. So our request is actually fairly simple. As I said, it's been granted before to the Starbucks developer previously. We're basically asking for the same request that the board approved in 22. Thank you.
Thanks.
I do have a site plan if you want to see where the sign's going to be located, but that was attached to the actual appeal as well.
Here, yes.
And just So I can note this, Alex Baldwin put together all of the information in the appeal. She was newly graduated from law school and passed the bar in New York. So she's working with us now. And so I was very proud of this appeal.
Great.
For the record, Alex.
Yeah, you're putting it in the same line as where the PNC and the Starbucks sign is, same height. And Matt, this does meet everything else except for the second pylon on one site?
That is correct.
Okay. And obviously, there's no one in the audience has anything to say about it. Do you have any questions?
No, I don't, no.
Make a motion.
Good job, Mac.
Thank you. I kept it under 45 minutes. I hope you all appreciate that.
I'll make
Thanks.
a motion to approve.
I'll second. All in favor?
I third. All set.
So moved. I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. So moved.
Say hello to your dad.
Thanks, absolutely. Thanks, everyone. Really appreciate it.